Want to come to the Creative World Fair in Frankfurt with me? Let's get going.
Good morning, Lonnie.
Yes, mornings start pretty early around here when you got to get the dog walked before you go. So I headed out for my morning walk before heading to Creative World, and I decided against taking my car to Frankfurt. Rather, I was going to go by train, but I had to get to the main train station first. It actually is a lot shorter of a journey by train, about an hour and 20 minutes into Frankfurt. So I got a ride to the Stuttgart Hauptbahnhof, which is the main train station, which is completely under construction right now and an absolute disaster, which meant that I had to take this insanely long tunnel to get to the actual trains. Sorry if you get seasick from doing this, but it's a long walk. Anyway, I got to the trains finally and I was all ready to go. Even was a bit early so I could snag myself a little snack for the journey.
ICE to Frankfurt Central via Heidelberg. Departure 8:05.
So I boarded the train. I didn't have a seat reservation, so I was a little bit nervous that I might have to stand the whole way because that happens sometimes. But the train at least wasn't very full, and I was able to grab myself a seat and listen to Prince Harry tell me about his life. How relaxing is this? Before I knew it, we were already in Frankfurt, and I was ready to get off the train, already anticipating all of the people I might see over at Creative World, and I definitely knew where I wanted to stop off along the way. So a quick walk through the city here gets you to the exhibition hall, and I was at Creative World in no time. You can see it's very orange, and here there are a lot of arts and crafts booths. It's huge, and everybody here is doing business. So these are people buying things for stores and getting to get a sneak peek at what's coming out all throughout the year from craft companies. So pretty cool thing to check out. And the Sizzix booth here was my first stop since it was pretty much right when I walked in, and it seemed like 3D flowers were the thing of the future, I guess you could say, and they were a lot of fun to check out.
Ways. Hi, Justine, how are you doing?
So that was the excited voice of Marlene from Art from Marlene. How fun are her designs? She designs with Studio Light, which isn't a brand you might be familiar with in the States, but it is so fun. Now I have to agree with these passion for paper people. I've had a passion for paper since 1858 myself. This seemed to be the big trend that quite a few companies had come out with this year and were showing off, and it is a handheld printer that prints ribbon. You can see the one from We Are Memory Keepers here. I like the fact that it had a base to keep everything nice and straight.
And you're going to drag this, but first you're going to wait for that to turn green. Go ahead. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Nice.
Now, I probably wouldn't use it so much in card making, but I can definitely see myself using that for fun things like invitations. Now here I'm at the Spellbinders booth. You can see the lovely Yanis Makula there from behind. It was so great to see her and this beautiful colorful wall that I saw. Now Spellbinders, I wasn't allowed to film what was coming out yet, but I'm gonna say you're gonna love it. It's coming out in June and it's a Holu machine that gives you tons of fun techniques. All right, let's take a walk here to the WOW booth to go see Marion. She is the representative for WOW embossing powders, and I just love hearing all the languages being spoken here and everybody checking out the new craft products. So much fun. But I'm going to take you along the journey here through the WOW booth to check out some of their pretty new stencils and beautiful cards that can inspire you on what you can create with them. I love the masking ones with the dots around them as a frame. And you can see here things at Creative World are pretty busy. And foil seems to be continuing on with its popularity. This is Fab Foil from WOW, and it seems to be really useful if you want to I don't think it's hot foil. I think it's the other kind, if that makes sense. So I'm checking out this wall of all these beautiful card inspiration, checking out here to see if there's anything new. You've got the wow changers, the wow Dobby sticks for the refills, and I absolutely love these butterflies and what they've done with them with the different powders. How gorgeous are those? And I just love seeing these walls of cards and wondering if any of my friends have made any of them.
So you pour it onto your
I don't know about
surface.
you guys, but I've been wanting to dabble
Spread
in
it.
this
It has a really great viscosity for doming too. So you can push this right out to the edge and it'll stay right on the surface like that one there.
How pretty does it make artwork? It almost looks like it's a piece of shiny tile. If you love 3D projects, I found this super cool booth. It's called Pommy Mixed Media, and I thought you might enjoy taking a look at some of those 3D products that they have. Very cool. Then I stopped off at this booth and saw this lady using one of those weeder tools that had a light attached to it, and I thought that was pretty genius. But now here's where I'm going to disappoint you guys. There was nothing else for stamping, paper crafting, card making, aside from some pattern paper. So I headed over to Christmas World instead and had a blast thinking it was December again and taking a look at all the cool Christmas decorations. Now, instead of wasting the day in Frankfurt at the exhibition looking at paintbrushes, I decided to check out the city, and I thought this was so funny. It says buying cards is not an art, and that was right in the subway station by the museum. So I checked out Frankfurt city center, and it is absolutely beautiful. I saw all of these adorable little houses. Some of them are museums, some of them are little shops, and I was able to check out a couple of those really cute shops, and I was hoping there'd be some like fun little alleyways here, but no, not really. Check out these beautiful miniature houses. I absolutely love them. They would be perfect for a cute little display at Christmas. And I even had music to check out this epic city town square because I thought this can't just be it, right? And here was the most beautiful part of Frankfurt, according to me anyway. And I had so much fun just looking at all of these buildings and the architecture. It's just absolutely beautiful. So that was my day over at Creative World. I really wish I had more to show you guys, but unfortunately, at least over here in Europe, after my 32,000 steps, I didn't find anything all that exciting in the card making world. Let's hope that Creativation shows us a bit more and see what those stamping companies have to offer.